Hi everybody, this is Jean Norton. I am going to tell you how I evaluate comps in an area without bothering my real estate agent, without paying any service, and without being an agent myself. There's several different programs I use depending on the area. This one, it happens to be Listing Book. My real estate agent set me up with a Listing Book access. You can have your real estate agent do the same, or you can even just sign up for free. But in this example, I'm looking at a property in Riverside, California, and it's on Prospect Avenue. And what I do is I click the area sales, and what I'm trying to do is see what the general prices are in the area. So here the first thing I do is I scroll down to see if there's been any other sales on Prospect Avenue, and this comes to you in alphabetical order. So here's a Prospect Avenue. So just a general first scan, I see that there's all different kinds of prices. There may be all different kinds of reasons, but generally I'm seeing that a house could sell for $90,000 and it could sell for $199,000 in the area. That doesn't mean it's a comp. It just gives me a good feeling that there's some activity there and that there potentially is some money to be made. So I'm going to scroll back up to the top. And the next thing I do is sort by sale price, and it'll sort ascending, so I'm going to scroll down to the bottom. But what I need to keep in my head, and I sometimes even write it down, is that this is a house that's 53 years old and just over 1,200 square feet. So I scroll all the way down to the bottom, and the first thing I look for is the combination of 53 and 1,200 square feet, or something as close as can be to that. And so I'm scrolling up and I'm looking for 1,200 square feet and 53, and this is 1,400 square feet. Doesn't really fit my criteria. It's awfully close, but it sure makes me feel good because that's a pretty high dollar amount, but I still can't count that. I really want to see something a little bit closer to 1,200 square feet, 1,100. Here you go. Here's one that's 57 years old, 1,100 square feet, sold for $238,000. Well, that's pretty nice. Okay. So now I want to try to find at least three. Here's one. It's 1,000 square feet, sold for $206,000. Okay, I can deal with that. And then let's see. Oh, here's another one. 1,200 square feet, sold for $165,000. Now, that's a big difference between 206 and 165. So now I'm going to check it out. So here's the one that sold for $206,000, and I'm just going to take a little look at it. Yeah, sure enough, it says it's a very nice home, new paint. I know you can't see it here. I'm going to move that up. Newer paint, carpet, kitchen cabinets. Yep, that's a rehab, and so that I'm glad to see that. And then I'm going to go back to the one that says 165. Let me take a look at that one too. Let's see if that is actually a rehab, or what is the state of that property. And that looks like a rehab too. It looks absolutely beautiful, fresh paint. And here, let me move this up a little bit so you can see it. Yep, remodeled and rehabbed home. So anywhere, when I see that kind of spread, I'm a little nervous. Anywhere from 165 that just sold in August. Let me move this over for you. Just sold in August. Oh, wait a second. Yeah. And the other one, the one that was 1,000 square feet, sold in March. So I think there has been some softening of the market. So I am going to be more conservative with my numbers. So the one that sold for 165 is 1,200 square feet, 60. I'm going to go with that as my comp, just because I'm pretty conservative, given that we've had some uncertainty in the market, and as much as I'd like for it to sell for 200, well, if it does, then that's icing on the cake. But for this particular house, I'm going to give it a comp of 165.